This week's soup of the week is going to be a broccoli and Stilton soup. So this one's going to be a blended soup, and then we're going to crumble in the Stilton at the end. Ingredients wise for this soup, you need 2 tablespoons of rapeseed oil, 1 large or 2 small onions, 1 celery stick, 1 leek, 1 medium potato, 1 knob of butter, 1 litre of chicken or vegetable stock. I've opted for vegetable stock this time. 1 head of broccoli and 140 grams of Stilton or another blue cheese. First thing we do is prep the veg. So we need to finely chop the onions, we need to slice the leek, slice the celery and dice the potato. I can't believe how quickly we're getting through this series of soup of the week. So the first one we had was the cream of tomato, we moved on to mushroom, the chicken mulligatawny, and then we had last week the French onion soup. So this makes soup number 5. And we're quickly approaching Halloween, so I need to find space in the schedule to do some pumpkin inspired soups. Maybe a couple on the run up. Spice pumpkin's definitely going to be one of them. That's the onion done. Just going to thinly slice the celery and the leek. Quite a large leek going on here, so what we'll do is we'll halve it and then we'll slice it. Due to the size of my leek, I'm going to hold back a little bit for a stock pot because I don't want to overwhelm it with the leek. Finally, we're just going to peel the potato and then dice it. With the veg prepped, we're going to heat 2 tablespoons of rapeseed oil in a large pan. So I'm just going to prep the broccoli. I'm going to take off the stalk and then we're just going to break it up into smaller pieces like so. Any of the larger pieces of stalk are still edible and are going to go into the soup. We're just going to chop them up a little bit. For example, this piece here, that's going to go in the soup. With the oil heated up, we're going to add the onion. To the onions, we're going to add the diced potato, the celery, the leek, and a knob of butter. Stir this until the butter is melted down. Pop a lid on it and let it cook down for 5 minutes. Right, after 5 minutes cooking with the lid on, it started to caramelise a bit. You can see on the bottom of the pan the leeks and the celery softened down. It's already got a rich buttery smell to it. Gonna add the chicken stock, and at this point all of the chunkier bits, so the stalk, the stem of the broccoli, because it's all edible like I explained and you don't want to waste it, any of the thicker chunks of the stalk you can dice up, and at this point you can chuck in to the stock. Give it a good stir. It's a good way of avoiding waste because we're using the whole head of broccoli as opposed to cutting off the stalk, which often gets chucked away. And we've held back all of the lovely bits of broccoli, and I've also kept some of the leaves as well, because they, again, are edible. It's going to cook for 10-15 minutes so that all the vegetables soften. Right, so the soup's been on for 15 minutes. It's all starting to soften down quite nicely. We're going to add in the rest of the broccoli. Stick the lid on and let that cook down for a further 5 to 10 minutes. So giving that 10 minutes to soften down the broccoli. Going to take that off the heat. Right, so I'm using a hand blender. This one, someone actually asked me about this from a previous soup video. But this is off of Amazon. I think I only paid 15 quid. It wasn't expensive. I'll put a little link in the description if you want to check it out. But if you're using a standard blender, so you're going to load it up into a blender, you're going to have to wait for this to cool down significantly because of the pressure from the heat of the soup, because this has been on cooking for at least half an hour. I learned that the hard way, switched to a hand blender. I haven't looked back. So all of my soups which I blend down are using a hand blender. You just, a little tip someone else gave me on the comment section, make sure that you push it straight down so it's flat with the bottom of the soup when you turn it on, and then you can start to move it around because it avoids splash. Tip for the hand blender, as soon as you finish using the blender, get that rinsed off, washed straight away. With the soup fully blended down, it's now time to add the cheese. So we're just going to crumble in the blue Stilton. So this is going to serve 4 people. Possibly more if you've got a small appetite. As with all the soups, you can freeze this down. If you use freezer bags, you can individually portion out and then freeze it down like that. Right, that's all the cheese off the rind. Go ahead and stir that through and we're ready to serve. And here we have our 5th soup of the week already. A lovely broccoli and Stilton. You don't need to add seasoning salt to this because the cheese is salty enough. You can add a bit of cracked pepper if you want at the end. When you add the cheese after blending, you still get chunks of Stilton, small chunks of Stilton, which really does add to the texture and the enjoyment of the soup. Right, let's give this a taste test. Delicious. I absolutely love broccoli and Stilton. It's one of my favourites. It was always going to be on the list. So far, I've really enjoyed making all these soups. The French onion one was fantastic last week. That was a new soup for me. This is a regular soup. A really firm favourite of Vicky's. This to me is what autumn is all about. This is a long dog walk in the forest, come back. A really comforting, hearty soup. I hope you enjoyed this one. I hope you're enjoying the Soup of the Week series. Like I said, we're 5 in. I've got plenty more lined up, but if you do want to jump in the comments, share some of your soup ideas. I had a comment last week saying try some Turkish soups because there's lots of them, and I have been looking. I won't try and kill the pronunciation, but I was looking at a red lentil soup. I was looking at a fermented grain soup, and I was looking at a fish soup. So lots of them to be considered. Plenty of weeks left to go. We're barely making a dent on the soups. Thank you for watching. If you want to help this series grow, if you want to support this channel, jump in the comment section, say hello, leave me some info, let me know your favourite soup. Hit that like button. There's a new hype button you can hit which pushes my videos out into the algorithm, helps us build a bigger community. Thanks for watching, and I'll hopefully see you in next week's Soup of the Week.